Can you hear me?
Okay, now, Catherine, we've got several things we have to go over here.
Okay.
But let me just say that on that sentence structure exercise, and that
Mm-hmm.
wasn't one that you had to have ready today, but some of the
It
others.
wasn't?
No, you don't look
What
at
was
what
it?
I email you.
Which one was
I
it?
listed everything that had to
I
be
didn't.
done before today, and I did not list that because I told you we would do that one in class. But that's okay
Okay.
because you had them all correct except a couple. We'll go over it.
Oh, okay.
So you had 8 out of 10 correct, which is excellent.
Oh, good.
But
I was
what I
sitting up there hesitating. I said, I don't know if I got it right or not, but I
no,
tried.
you did great. But what I want to go over with you is first, let me just bring up. Let's see. I want to bring up your writing here.
Okay.
The first part. Let me just see if I can share my screen. I had some problems with my last class. I had some screens that was freezing on me. I've got to find out why. Because then
Oh,
I got
wow.
off and I looked and I said, well, it's not freezing on me now, but it was freezing when I was on with my class.
Okay.
Okay, so
Wow.
because something I wanted to go over that. Uh, see if I can bring it up. Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
that first writing prompt. Now you sent me. Let me just look at what you sent me.
And let me see what I said, because I didn't get that written out,
Yeah.
printed out.
Well, you
I,
sent me. Well, you sent me. I think I would like to live a rural area because of the following. You said reduce cost of living,
mm-hmm.
more relaxed place, less
Long,
traffic,
mm-hmm.
car insurance rates for the drivers that
In the
live in the
country.
country are lower.
Uh-huh.
And then you said housing costs and the overall cost of living are lower in major cities. Now, that kind of contradicts what you said
Oh, I
because you
did?
said, yes, because you said you wanted to
Oh,
live in
wait a
a
minute.
rural area, but
That's
then
right. I
you're
looked at it
saying
wrong.
something is lower.
Oh, you know what? I probably looked at the other one, Uniband thing. That's what I probably made a mistake with both of them. So I would just cross that one off.
Yeah,
Cross
because
that
you,
one off.
well, you said
Uh-huh.
reduce cost of living.
Yes.
So you had
Yes.
already said that. You were supposed to
Yes.
give, I think, a couple more. So,
I gave, I think, one more, I think two more.
well, you had reduced
No,
cost of living, more relaxed place, less traffic, car insurance rates for the
low in
drivers
crime.
that.
I
No,
got
you didn't
three.
have that on what you sent me. I'm looking at what you sent me.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't have low in crime on here.
No, you didn't.
And
So
I know
let,
I got it up here. Okay.
okay, so you got lower in crime,
Mm-hmm.
and what else?
Where's that book?
Because
Because I don't have.
I'm taking housing costs and the overall cost of living
Yes.
low in major cities. That's contradicting what you just said.
Yes.
Plus,
Okay.
you said reduce cost of living. So I'm taking that
Yes.
out.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let me see where it's at. Where's that part at? Hold
Now you
on.
have reduced cost of living, more relaxed place, less traffic,
Yes. I think
insurance
that's
rates
all
for
I
the
had.
drivers that live in the country are lower. Now you said lower in crime. That's good. Do you have one more? Because I think we wanted about six.
Oh, I don't have one
Two,
more.
three, four, five. You have a sixth one?
No, I don't. I don't have a sixth one. Mm. What can I put there?
Think
Hold on.
about think about the people. What would you say about the people? in rural versus our urban area?
Mm, let me see.
Are they different? Do they act different?
I don't I don't remember on that. Um, it depends. I don't really know. Let me check, man, because I did
I think
not.
they probably friendlier and they socialize more, probably.
Probably.
Generally, in a rural area, you know your neighbors, whereas in the urban area, you could be next door to somebody and never know them, right?
Oh, really? I didn't really know that.
In
I
an
was looking.
apartment,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
there are people in apartments don't even know their neighbors.
Because they going about their
Yeah, they on
business,
different schedules
and yeah,
and have different
the
sets of
timing
friends
is
or
different.
whatever,
Yes,
and they don't even know each other. I mean,
it is
I
going
live
crazy.
in a co-op building, and there
You don't know.
there are two of my neighbors. I mean, I know them when I see them, but I
That's
don't
it, huh?
have any kind of basis with them. I mean, hello, and that's it.
That's the best way to be sometimes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Whereas if in the rural area, your neighbors kind
It's
of look
right
out
there.
for you too, right? If
Yes,
you're right
that's
next to
true.
somebody.
Yes, that not like in the co-op building where, like you said, hello, goodbye, and keep it
Yeah,
going. That's
they will
true.
say hello. They come across the fence and talk, and you know their children, and they say, "Oh, did they get off to college? All right, yes, they got off. Okay. Oh, they're working in the city now. They got a new job. You know, you kind of know
Mm-hmm.
them, but that
Yes,
doesn't
that's
happen in the urban areas. The urban areas, it seems like people make an effort to not know you.
I guess they said it's better that way.
Yeah. What now that's not true of all buildings now.
But I'm saying
I have friends who
some.
live in a well, it's not a co-op, it's like a Michelama.
Oh, okay.
And they I mean there was a couple that were so friendly. I mean they lived across the hall from each other that one person ended up being in their house more than she was in her own house
Oh, wow.
because she didn't
Okay.
have family in New York. So they became her family.
That's true. It depends on
It
where you at.
depends
That's
on
true.
the building you're in because
Yes.
that building, some of those people are very close knit. Because I know one of them that the mother died and she had all the details on her friend's mother and all because
Oh,
she was in
wow.
a group that I'm in at the church. And so I talked to her
Oh,
and she had all the information because they're friends. They've been
that's
friends for
true.
a long time. So it depends on the building. But in
Or
the
your
rural
neighbor.
area, the neighbors generally know each other.
That's good. Just like my neighbors, each one, if you see me going out, you okay?
Yeah,
You
you know
sure?
your
Do you need
neighbors,
me?
right?
Mm-hmm. Close. They're
Yeah.
close. One right next door that the house is close. And the
Hmm.
other one that we share the driveway.
Okay.
And they Indians and the other one's not Indians, but we close. You know, we speak. How you
Hmm.
doing?
Hmm.
Is this? Do you need me to do anything? Do you need me to help you with that? Like
Yeah.
that. When you live like
Yeah.
that close. Yeah.
That's right. Because some of them, even like if they have an elderly neighbor and they know have a
Hmm.
problem in snow, they go shovel the snow and all.
That's how
You
we
really
are.
kind of look out for each other.
Yes, it used to be like that on the block that I'm at. We used to do the old, the older people. We
Yeah.
shove all the way down the block
You
and
said
whatever.
used to be. What happened?
Used to be, and they don't
Y-
do it no more. It's new people,
New people
but
came
then
in, young
that's
people
right.
moved away.
That let me say something. My neighbor, the one on the right side of me,
Hmm.
shove. If I'm late coming in or something, they'll make a
Hmm.
pathway so nobody won't fall, and then put
Okay.
salt down. Maybe the one
Nice.
on the left, sometime
Uh-huh.
they'll do it. So we do the same. And
Uh-huh.
sometimes I do the Indian people on the left, and I do theirs too.
Hmm. Hmm.
So just like the backyard, they use my backyard for parties, but they ask and
Hmm.
they keep it clean back there. Cause I
Okay.
don't have parties, but I said when I get home, I don't feel like doing nothing but going in and just stretching out. But they ask. I said
Hmm.
anytime, no problem. They
Okay.
use
That's
it
nice.
like that.
It's
But the
nice to
ones
have that
before that one,
relationship. Hmm.
but the ones before them, no. Mm-mm. It was a problem with them. But like you said, depends on who you know and how your neighbors are.
That's true. But as a general rule,
Mm-hmm.
your neighbors are closer to you in a rural area than an urban
Okay.
area. For one thing,
Close
they don't have as
neighbors.
many distractions.
It's not that much traffic going through there. Not
Yeah.
really.
And I mean, in terms of things that they do, see, in the urban area, people, there's always something going on. There's always an affair you can go to, a free event, a museum, or whatever, a musical something, But whereas in the rural area, sometimes the biggest thing may be a fire department pancake event.
Oh
There's a
wow.
friend of mine who husband moved upstate, right? And she was
Yes.
working as a bus driver, and she
Okay.
later retired. And then the husband said, "Well, okay, now you can come live with me, right?"
Yes.
As long as she was working, as a bus driver. And of course, she was near retirement, and she's not going
Yeah.
to leave her retirement and
That's right.
before her retirement and go there. So when the time came for her to leave, right, she went up
Uh-huh.
and well, she would go on some weekends, depends on a bus schedule, right?
Yes.
And she said to me, "Miss Barbara, I can't take it." I said, "What do you mean you can't take it? You know their biggest recreation is going to a Walmart."
That's funny.
She said it. Their
Oh
biggest
wow.
their biggest socializing is going to a Walmart.
Oh
And
wow.
here
That's
she's
something.
living in, Queens and driving a bus, and she's not accustomed to that slow pace. So then she retired,
Uh-huh. She
and
went
then
there.
she went there to live. And I hadn't heard from her in a few years, and he called me because her granddaughter passed, and that's what she called
Oh
me. Her
wow.
granddaughter was in a car accident, was in college and died, and
Oh
she called me
wow.
and said, "How you doing?" I said, "You up there?" She said, "No, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it." So
She's back in Queens?
yeah, she has a house, and so she's back in Queens.
Oh wow.
She said she just couldn't take it. She
So
couldn't.
her husband's still there, huh?
Yes, he bought a home there. He retired there. He
Oh,
worked for
that's
the city
crazy.
too before he retired. And so, he bought the house before he even moved there. And so he was all set to go. So he's happy in that environment. She's not happy.
So
So,
that's a strange marriage. One here, one is over there.
well, that's not that they're not the only ones like that, really.
Oh
I'm sure
wow.
there are others who have
Yes,
they
yes,
get
it's true.
together when they can, but they just, their lifestyles are so different.
Yes. Oh
And
wow.
so, but like I say, the rural area is different. Like if Walmart's a big deal for people there, I mean, they don't even have Walmarts in New York City. They won't allow them. They have one in Long Island, I know, Valley Street.
And nobody don't want to go all the way up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
People in
some
Queens,
people
that's
probably
close.
would.
Well, people in
Yes.
Queens, that's close. They can get on the bus
Yes.
and go there.
Yes.
Uh, it's a different way of life in the rural area and the urban.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you
Yes.
need one more, Catherine. You got lower end crime, so you want to think of one now. You want to work on it later.
I'll work on it later. Read
Okay.
up on it some more
Okay.
and
So you just need you got
one
one. You
more.
just need one more. Okay.
Okay.
Now, you did not send me anything on your second prompt. Did you
My
think about
second.
it? The one with the mask? Let me bring it up.
Oh no, I didn't. You know what? I didn't even do that one. I was trying to get everything together for sure, so I won't be so much on me.
Okay.
I trying to get the ones that I had the most, trying to get it out the way. So I didn't. About the
Okay.
mask. I totally forgot about that one. You know that?
Here it is. Here, you see it on the screen? You
Yes.
want to read it?
Face mask once and S. What is that? Don't tell me I
There's
should know.
your vocabulary word.
Yes. Yes. S.
Essential.
And I had
Essential.
such an
Yes, you
essential
sent me the
COVID
definition and
19.
the sentence used correctly too.
Yes,
Okay.
protective measures are not being worn by criminals
Hmm.
to conceal their identities, according to New York police, who are urging businesses to unmask customers before
Mhm.
letting them in in stores. What is your opinion of this action?
Okay, so you didn't get a chance to do that,
No, no, I
right?
did not. No.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that one's still on the list as
Okay, can I try to do that and turn it in? I gotta really think. It's crazy. Like at first I thought I'd be for it, but you can't have it both ways. You want to have the mask on and unmask when you come in the store. I
you
don't
had
know.
made some good points. Did you write them down, Ken?
No, I did not write them down.
Well, I need you to write them down now.
Okay, let me see. That's in the writing book. So let me get the book for writing.
If you had made some
You
really
know,
good.
I did not. I didn't even write them down. Let me see. Did I write it down in this book? Hold on. Did I write some?
Sometimes I write things
Let
down.
me see. Did I? Oh, this is the Oh, Miss Barbara, I wanted to say you never we was writing about the journal. I said the day on the 9th. You said to send that one, but you know why we talked about that one? It was too long. It had 2 pages for the journal
Yes, and then
about.
I say just pick two more, but they were ones coming after that, though. It wouldn't be
Okay.
from
Oh, okay.
before.
So, all
I
right
think you
then.
had sent me those before.
I did. I thought it was the other ones
I
from.
well, I think so because
Okay.
they were from the other dates. So I need the journals. The one that's
From.
too long, you didn't have to send that, but
Okay.
then you had the what, the 10th, 11th,
Okay.
the 12th. You know, only two you were supposed to send.
Okay. I was seeing the 13th and the 15th. Okay, I
That's
would
good.
do
Okay, you can
13
send
and
me those.
15.
13
We'll
and
just put a star next to that and send it.
okay.
I did today,
So
13th and
you're
the
sending
15th.
me, let me write it down.
The
Journal
13th
March 13th
and March
and
15th.
March 15th. Okay.
Okay.
Now you can start jotting down some of the things that you said about the face mask, because you said something about if you
Listen.
want to protect people from COVID, you taking the mask out is kind of like defeat the purpose, right, of the mask.
Yes. Okay, would it
But
be but
you said something about them taking them off and putting them back on. Taking them off and then putting them back on, and then I said, well, how do people feel about people without a mask? And you've got a sign there saying you must have face mask. How
okay, taking
protected will they feel? So,
okay, one is about taking them off and putting them back on.
so what is your opinion of this action of the businesses requiring people to take their mask off because the police is saying it's concealing their identities?
Well, I don't think they should take off their mask because it says you must have on a mask to come in the store. And
Okay,
then
all right, Catherine, write what you're saying now. You're saying it, write it down so you have it, because this is your opinion and you're saying your reasons for your opinion. So you're saying your opinion is that they should not take off their mask,
yes,
okay? And you say you shouldn't take off your mask, and and why you
because
saying they shouldn't take off their
because
mask?
before they reach it, before they get it, when they get to the door, it says put on your mask. You won't be able to come in the store.
Okay, so write that down as one of the reasons why you think that they should not take off their mask, right?
Yes.
So you wrote that down, Catherine?
Yeah.
Okay. So your opinion is that they should not take off their mask.
That's right.
And the reasons are, and the first reason is what?
One is because they said when you get to the door, you must have on your mask.
Okay. The merchants are requiring that you have on your mask. Any other reasons?
I'm trying. You don't want to catch COVID from other people.
That's right. How the other customers will feel with you not having a mask on, and they've got their mask on, right?
That's right.
And are you selectively asking people to take off their mask, or are you doing it for everybody? Because people have a profile of what they think someone is a criminal is, right? And sometimes they're very wrong. So especially people you don't even think a criminal is a criminal, right?
That's right. It's
But
true.
and sometimes it's a racial thing too, right? Because
Yes.
people are more frightened. Say if you walking at night
Mm-hmm.
and somebody's walking behind you,
Yes.
right? And you feel frightened. Does it make a difference of the race of that person to you?
No. No, because anybody could come up and hurt you. It ain't gotta be white. Again, don't have to be black. Whatever color it is, some people will hurt you.
Yes, but there are some people who stereotype,
Yes, and the
and they are
prejudice.
more afraid if it's a black or brown
That
person
that's
than
right.
not,
That's
right?
true.
Whereas
That's true.
criminals come in all flavors, all
That's
colors,
right.
all
That's
ethnic
right.
groups, right?
Yes,
And there have
that's
been
true.
people who sued businesses because of that.
You got that right. You see a
Or-
lot of them that's still
Yes,
like that.
a person walks into a bank to cash a big check, and that person doesn't fit the profile that the bank
Mm-hmm.
thinks of a person who should have that kind of money. And then they
That's right.
call the police.
This person is doing this and this and this and that.
Mhm.
That's the way it happens.
Yeah, I saw something recently in the paper about that. This man
Wow.
came in and he had this large check, but he was a business type person. But the bank didn't think he fit the profile of somebody who should have that kind of check.
So they call the cops on him.
Yes,
It's like some
make
jewelry
him
stores
prove that that's his check.
check. Mm-hmm. You still have that. Excuse me. People dislike that prejudice,
Yeah, yes,
and
it's a stereotype. They have a
yes,
profile of what the criminal looks like. But the criminals have gotten around that. They have used people who don't fit the profile to take illegal things. The
yes.
little old lady with the shopping bag or whatever. They they don't think of that person being a criminal, but that person may be the one transporting the illegal things.
You got that right. You never know. They could
Yeah,
be dressed like that, and that's the one
mhm,
who do it.
that's true because that's what I'm saying. Some of them have gotten around it. They've gotten people who don't fit the profile, and they're able to move things that are illegal. From country to country.
That's true.
Yep, it happens.
Well,
So,
what could you
Catherine,
do?
you've got your first. You've got how many? You should have two
It's two.
reasons, right?
Yes, yes.
So,
Require you should put on a mask. You don't want to catch the COVID.
okay. So, your opinion is that they should not take off the mask because there
They're
may
required
be
to
a
put on a
requirement to
mask.
have the mask on. And second, you said the danger of getting COVID from someone who does not have the protective mask. Any other reasons?
That's all for right now. I could think of.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do you think it's fair
Think it's fair. What?
for people to take off masks so someone can take a picture?
No, because
Because they have
bec-
cameras.
yes, why should they have to take off the mask? And I don't think they should because they said you must wear the mask when you go in. You must be masked when you come in the store. Why change it now, and on the door, as soon as you get near the door, you must be masked up. I don't think it's fair. Why should you have to do that? As
So if the business did not have masks unnecessary, would you feel the same? If they didn't have that
no,
sign up?
no, because people don't want to wear the mask anyway. But that's different. You can said you could put on the mask. You don't have to have a mask on. Fine. You can take all the pictures you want. Okay, you're saying you don't have to have on a mask.
Hmm.
Because some people right now, you can see sometime where they said you must mask up. Some people go in the store and don't have on a mask and they don't say anything.
That's true. It's
Some
not always
some stores,
enforced. Yeah.
that's right. So they not going with it. So it depends on that person. If they get in the store, they don't have on a mask, they don't say nothing. That's up to them. But I think they should still have on a mask because the COVID is still out there. COVID is still out there.
It's still out there. Still
But
people dying from it too.
and they don't. Some of the store owners don't care because they could have the sign there, and people walk in the store and they don't have on a mask, and they don't say nothing.
And see, that's another reason that you could state because the rule is not really always
That
enforced. I mean, even the ones that say you must wear a mask.
yes,
At the beginning, like the food markets in my
oh
neighborhood,
yes,
they
you
had
still have
people
to wear
there
it.
wouldn't let you in unless you had your mask on. But then, as
Time went on.
COVID passed and with the
Mhm.
vaccinations and all that, people became
Yes,
more relaxed, and then they don't have those people anymore. But
that's
originally, they
right.
would have somebody that would be at the door, and if you didn't have your mask, you could not
That's
come into that supermarket.
exactly. Now it don't seem like it's like that. Even the bus drivers, like the bus driver on the bus now, they don't say anything because some of the bus drivers do not have on mask themselves,
Well, I ride Accessoride, and a lot of
and they don't have
Accessoride
them, right?
drivers don't have masks on.
See, they don't, and you don't know. They could be up there coughing. You don't know what they could have, and they don't have on a mask.
And I mentioned to somebody, and they said, "Well, you should say something." I said, "Well, somebody
You
driving me.
don't want to say
I
too
don't want to
much.
alienate them.
That's right.
They may drive reckless to retaliate. I don't know.
That's right. You
I
don't.
just don't say that. I just make sure I'm masked up."
That's right. Because if you say something, how you know what that person can do, especially if you're the only one in there, because you got some crazy people. You don't know how they are.
Well, everybody's trying to make a living, and there's a
That's
lot of
right.
tension and all that. So
But I'm saying you don't want to
just don't.
say
Yeah,
nothing. You
yeah. You
don't
don't
want to
want to
say nothing for
aggravate
that
anybody.
person to start getting crazy because you got some people that's crazy. You don't
Well,
think they're crazy and they're crazy. Because you
that's
say
true.
something to them, you say
Yeah.
something to them, they can snap.
And that's not
But
an easy job driving all the
nope.
time in different
Oh,
boroughs and
please.
whatever. And I know it's not a, easy job. I was in the
No.
Accessoride the other day, and there was another lady was in, and the driver had the window open when she got ready to get out and all. And I was mentioning that it was a little chilly. She said, "I was cold too, but I thought maybe the driver had the window open so he could stay awake." I didn't want to
Maybe.
say
You never.
anything. And
That's
I
good.
thought about that, and that's probably true. I mean, somebody driving all day and all, they probably
That's
need
right.
probably
There's
do
some
get a
air.
little, yeah. They probably do need to stay alert, and maybe it's the cold air
That's right.
shocked them into being alert. So I didn't say anything.
No, just that you know what you got to do.
I just zipped pulled up the zip on my jacket. I had
That's
it
right.
open, and I said, "I'll just pull my jacket up because it was a little chilly in there because he had the window open."
Especially if you have on a dress or something and it's even more cold, you better
Mm-hmm.
make sure you're trying to have a little scarf to go around your legs or something.
Yeah.
Because a lady that I used to work with, we used to get on accessory, she always stayed cold. She always had this heavy scarf in the
Mm-hmm.
bag that I be carrying for her. She'll
Mm-hmm.
put that thing right
Yeah.
around them legs
Yeah,
and said, I'm
I had
good.
my scarf. I had my scarf and all,
To
but
put around your
it was one
leg.
of those chilly days, and with the
Oh,
window,
yes.
oh, it seems more chilly with the window, with the air pushing.
Especially if you're sitting right there close to him and that window's open,
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah,
be cold.
yeah, yeah. But it blows in the back too.
Yes.
He didn't have our windows open. He had his
No,
windows,
his,
but
yes,
that
because
air blows in the back.
yes, it does, especially if you're right near him on his side, too close to him, and the far
Hmm.
from him, that wind
Yeah,
would get to you. Yes.
yeah, yeah. But And like, well, we just said it's not really strictly enforced. That's another reason. It's not strictly enforced that you wear the mask, even with the sign up. So, I mean, if you selectively tell people to take off the mask, then you're gonna have a uproar. Well,
Yeah, because
how does this person take off the mask? You didn't say that to that other lady.
exactly, and that's the problem. It would start something up in that store or wherever, and it'd be a problem.
Yeah,
Too much is going on. You don't want to say nothing too much because some people are crazy.
yeah.
And the way these stores down, that these people, the way they are, you say something to them, they're ready to beat you down for saying.
And the thing is, Catherine, that works when the merchant is there. What about the people that broke into that jewelry store and it was closed and they
Oh wow!
just helped themselves, just put things in carts and just hauled away
Took them on.
millions of dollars. You saw that? Bunch of
Yes, I said,
merchandise.
"Oh my goodness, it's getting bad. It's worse now." I said,
And they
"Wow,
had masks on,
that's right.
but they did it when nobody was there.
That's right. They don't want to do it when somebody there because they know they get caught. But you see, they was masked up. They can't really see.
Well,
You
they
couldn't
knew they
tell.
had cameras.
That's right. That's why
So
they put
their
the
mask
mask
wasn't for the
on.
COVID. Their
It was
mask was
from
so that the
stealing.
pictures wouldn't have
Get
their
them.
identity.
That's right. That's right.
But
They.
but actually, Catherine, some people know who the people are, even with the
That's
mask.
right.
So
That's right. That's true.
because
That.
haven't you seen somebody with the mask on, you knew exactly who they were, right?
Yes. Once you get used to it, yes, you get used to that
I
face.
know
You
I
get.
was in a meeting in a church the other week, and the lady said, I didn't call her name. I mean, she had the mask, but I knew who she was.
I guess she said, "Oh, she know me."
But some
I
people,
don't.
you know them pretty well, even with the mask, you know them.
That's true.
You
That's
know,
true.
that's a fact. But these criminals are counting on the camera not really getting a good picture of them, and
That's
sometimes
exactly.
not a good picture because they know where the cameras are, they know how to turn and all that. And
That's
they
right.
got millions of dollars worth of merchandise. I think it was a jewelry place.
But I know one thing that I don't think they're gonna catch them unless they left their fingerprints or something.
You know,
Unless they
they'll
probably
catch them. You
know
know
them.
why? Somebody's gonna turn them in because they put out that they give you so much money that from finding who they are and
Oh, okay,
medallion
yeah,
and all
some,
that, and somebody will turn them in. All relatives will turn.
especially if it not only
All
that, if they
relatives
go,
will turn them in. What?
you got that right. Even the person that they're trying to sell the merchandise to, they probably squill on them.
Oh yeah, somebody's turn because I mean somebody you offer police know how to get information. I mean
Yes.
we don't always know it, but sometimes they hand out some money to get information. Cause say we got
Mm-hmm.
a tip, we got a good tip, and I think to myself, yep, you paid for a good tip.
That's right. And they get some
And
money, boy.
plus, Catherine, they know there's always somebody in the neighborhood who know what's going on.
That's right. They tell them in a minute to get some
And
money. Are you
sometimes
kidding?
that's a police informer.
Hmm. That's true.
That person got a lighter sentence or whatever because they informed on somebody.
Wow.
So they'll get the information.
And some of them, like I said, some of them don't care to be seen. Tell you the truth, because a while back, a guy just showed his face. He know that he did something wrong, and he's smiling at the camera. And I said, "You dummy, you dummy." I don't know. Some people just don't care. They do it. They don't care if they
He
get.
had committed a crime and he just admitted it with his face.
He just showed his face, Miss Barbara.
Really?
Yes.
But you know there are some people who
I think that he had
what
beat up somebody on the train or he did something to a young lady, but yet he didn't care. He showed his face. His face was on the camera. He didn't care.
but they say there's some people who it's a name they call it. They
Mm-hmm.
want to be in jail.
Because you know what? Because they feel, I guess, the street is too rough and They don't want to be out anymore, so they do something and they go to jail.
Yeah, they do something to go to jail, so they're back in jail. I mean, to them, it's a safe place, I guess.
I told you I had a friend like that. He was in the service too. Came out, he was doing good when he couldn't find a job. He started to do things. He go to jail. Then this do like 4 or 5 months, come back out. He'll stay out for the summer, but as soon as it get cold, he go back to jail. He go
It
back
was
to
a
jail.
warm
But
cut.
you know what? This is crazy though. He used to live with his mother. That's the problem. Why would you want to keep going back to jail? Your mother has a standing apartment. You stay with her. This boy, I don't know what was wrong with him. He go to jail back and forth. And I just sister says, Smitty, aren't you tired of going to jail? He said, nope. If somebody do something to you, I'm gonna be right there. Believe me, he would be. This guy will beat you up if you mess with an old lady, do something wrong, go to jail. Said, how you know that wasn't my grandmother? He'll beat the guy. The guy pressed charges. He go to jail. 2 months, he's back out. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
This
he
guy been
probably
to
needed
jail so much.
some psychological counseling or something.
I
Cause
guess,
and you said he was in the military, right?
yes, he was
A
in the
lot of people
army.
come out the military with problems they never treated, so,
But this guy used to beat up people, just messing with older people. The
Mhm,
reason why he died, I think, because he used to beat up people. If somebody messed with an old lady, something, a young lady, whatever,
mhm, mhm.
he would fight them. He would fight them. His nephew, they got killed. He was helping the older lady up on the porch with her stuff. She forgot
Mhm.
her bag. He goes to get the lady the bag. Don't you know somebody drove by and shot him,
Oh,
killed him dead?
no.
His
Oh, no.
nephew, the older lady, was crying because that was the person who used to take her shopping, bring her back, help her put the
Mhm.
food away. That was his nephew. He
Oh,
just got into doing his first year in college. He was only 17.
oh my goodness.
He know the guy who did it. He says, "Mom, I'm gonna get him." He messed up my nephew, but don't you know? A week later, they killed him.
Oh, no.
A
That's
week later,
bad.
they killed him. His mother had that buried the grandson and then buried the son.
Oh, no. That is so sad.
Right now, she's 103 years old. His
Oh
mom
my
is, and
goodness.
she's still alive.
Mm.
And I haven't seen her outside lately,
Mhm.
but she was sweet. He was sweet, just that he didn't like nobody beating up on women.
Yeah.
He'll sit there and go to jail just for that.
Feel he had to protect him.
But he died though. Like I said, a week after his nephew.
Now, Catherine, you will finish this up for next time,
Yes, that's for
right?
homework.
You
This is
you've
good
got
for
y-
next work.
yeah, because you've got a good start on it. Your opinion is kind of mixed though, because you're saying, well, if you don't have the mask on, you increase the chance of someone getting COVID. But, how do you enforce the rule? It's not really being enforced the way it should be. You've got some,
Mixed,
contrasting
yeah.
reasons here, mixed kind of feelings. So,
Yeah, because it's crazy. I don't really, like I said, I don't know. This is crazy. I don't know. I'm trying to finish this off and I
yeah, but
send
think
you.
about it carefully. And
Yes.
if you've got mixed opinion, indicate you got mixed opinion, then the why. You've got reasons for
Okay,
the mixed
mix.
opinion, right? You may not
Okay.
have a firm opinion on this because there's so many variables here.
Yes,
Like
because they said,
not being really strictly enforced, and how would other people feel that have on the mask and you walking around without the mask, so there's a lot of different factors in here, and I don't.
yeah, because you don't know you think this thing, they want you to take off the mask when you go in the store so they can take the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Because they think that they probably they want to get the face just in case and then put back on the mask. That's just like both ways. You want it off after you come in the store so they can take a picture.
Mm-hmm.
You got it when you enter the store, you must have it on. What is that? That's this, I don't know, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Now,
So I will
while
finish
you
it.
doing this, Catherine, do some research and see
Yes.
what has, come from the police suggesting this. Find out, it may be a poll or something of how the businesses feel. So do some research. We're talking only New
Okay.
York City now here, all right? And see
Yes.
what, because this was like about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think, in the paper, in the
Yes.
on the it was a bulletin on the internet. But anyway, check
Mm-hmm.
and see if this has gone any further, if it's something that the business are following what the police is suggesting, or if they themselves have mixed feelings. So see what you can get the latest research on that.
Okay.
So along with
Okay.
what you say, your opinion, get the latest research on it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now let me look at. You did this one, the one you did, and you had it. Okay. Let's see if I can do a new share. And I can bring up. Okay, here we go. All right. Now you did excellent on this one, Catherine. I must
Okay.
tell you. Let's see the ones you missed. Let's see if I can.
Let me ask you a question, Miss Barbie. The
Yes.
question that you're prompt to, you're gonna send that to me, or you ready to send that to me? About face masks once a slipcoe.
You will send me your answers for that one.
Yes, but I'm talking about. Do you have? I was writing it down. I didn't have that the question to that. I was
oh,
writing it
you did.
down.
Oh, you didn't have what I had on the screen?
I didn't have the question that about the criminals to conceal their identities according to New York police.
Oh,
But I
yeah. Well,
could.
I'll send you that. What I
Okay,
had on
good.
the screen, I can send to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay. All right. Now, the sentence structure, you did excellent. The first one you had correct. It
Okay.
says, the only thing the way you answer them, you said this is the answer. All you had to do is just put the letter.
You know what it is? I have forgot totally about that. I should. I
So
forgot.
identify the independent
Okay.
clause. Okay. And you said this is the answer. All you had to
Yes.
do was put
B. Okay.
B.
Okay.
Right?
Next time I think about you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you could have just said B actually. Now
Okay.
the dependent clause, you had that one correct. You said
Mhm.
since he was 24 years old, and that's the dependent. So there's again another B. Put that there. You had that one correct. And let's go to number 3. Now, number 3, and I think you didn't really read number 3. And the reason I said you didn't read it, because
Mhm.
you put this is the answer on E. But what does it say right here, Casper?
Wait a minute. Which one you on? 3?
Number 3. What
Okay.
does that
Choose.
say?
Okay. Let me see. You got to bring it down because I don't. Okay. Let me
Let me
see.
go back.
Okay.
Uh,
The
uh,
maximum requirements for a sentence
Wait
in.
just a minute. I'm gonna bring that over here. Okay. All right. Now read number 3.
The maximum requirements for
That's
a
not maximum.
minimum requirement is max is max. I don't know why.
That's right.
The
Go ahead.
minimum requirements for a sentence in English includes the following. I put E.
You said this is the answer.
Which one is that?
And you
E. I
put that
put.
on E.
No, it's not. It should be D. Right?
No.
I got that
Well,
wrong.
let's see now. Minimum requirement include the following. Now, okay, let me just
Object
wait just a
punctuation. Okay. You see, I did it online. I didn't
Okay, here
write
we
it
go.
down.
Minimum requirements for sentence include, but it says choose more than one,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
That means it's more than one answer here.
Oh, so you could put as many as you want. Okay,
Not
so
as many as you want. You put the ones that answer the question.
okay, is it the object?
Okay, right?
A.
A is one of the choices. What else?
Is it C?
No,
Wait a minute. No,
verb,
no, 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 no. I
verb,
said D the first time. I had said D the first time.
but it's more
Verb.
than one,
Oh,
Catherine.
okay.
And
So
what's the other one?
punctuations B.
No.
E, 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 E,
I knew you would say
E.
yeah, but the thing is, you answered four correct, and four has subject, verb, object, word. Right? Four
Yes.
has the choices that you need from here.
Yes. See there?
Right? Subject,
Yes.
verb, object. A, D, and E.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's the one you missed. And then, of course, you had four was correct. You said A, and that's correct. So let's put A here. That's correct. Now complete the sentence. Number 5, you have that one. A simple sentence, and you said C, and that's correct. Let's okay, that one is correct. C. Okay, let's go to number 6. Number 6, results of my study were inconclusive, and you said that was a simple sentence, and that is correct. All right, there's just one independent clause.
Okay.
C. And number 7, you said, even though I discovered some answers to the questions, results of the study were inconclusive. And you said, let's see, number 7, you said A, complex. Yes, because it has an independent and a dependent clause, right?
Yes.
Even though I discovered some answers to the question, is a dependent clause, and then the independent results of my study were inconclusive. Okay,
Okay.
so you had that one correct. Number 8, results of my study were inconclusive. Therefore, I would need to conduct more research on the topic. Is an example of, and you had compound, and that's correct. 2 independent clauses. Because you could say the results of my study were inconclusive.
Mm-hmm.
There's a conjunction. You say, therefore, you say, I will need to conduct more research on the topic. So you have 2 independent clauses. So you had that one correct.
Good.
All right, you did excellent.
Believe me, I was trying to make sure because that was kind of hard. I was sitting up there. Okay, I think that's right.
And number 9, you said, which of these complex sentences punctuated correctly? And you said B, you said A, and A is correct.
Good.
All right, you didn't really need that comma for readability. Sentence variety improves readability because the variation makes the sentence more interesting. So you didn't have to have A doesn't have the comma. You didn't really need the comma. Okay. And number 10, you said a compound complex sentence contains at least 2 independent clauses, at least 2 dependent clauses. You said true is the answer, and the answer is false. That's the second one.
This false? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you don't have to have 2 dependent.
Oh, okay.
You can have 1. That's what makes it false. Compound complex sentence contains at least 2 independent clauses and at least 1 dependent clause. Just 1. Okay.
Okay.
But you did good. You had 8 out of 10. Like I said, you only missed the ones where you had number 10, and the ones where you had 3 answers. You missed that one.
Okay.
So that's very good. Okay.
Okay.
You had 8. Let me just put it here, and I'll send that to you.
Okay.
You had 8 out of 10, and that's equal to 80%.
Okay, that's good because I didn't know I was going to do that good.
Yes, and that wasn't even one on the list that was required.
And I did that, huh? That's
Yes, you
okay.
did it. I sent all
That's
the ones that were due, and that was what I said we would do in class. But I guess you
uh
ignored me, and that's okay. That's fine.
that's good.
You did really good on it. Okay. Now,
Thank you.
now I want to do something else, Catherine. I want you to start. I want to start on your favorite topic,
No. What is that?
and that's essay
Oh
writing.
goodness.
Your favorite topic, right?
Nah, no.
Catherine, you know that's your favorite topic.
Nope.
You just saying it's not, but you know it is. Okay.
I don't know what to write. Let me
Essay. Here we go.
essay writing. Let me put that in the book.
All right.
Essay.
Now, don't worry. I'll send you this. This is the topic I want you to write on.
Okay.
What does that say?
Okay. It says how should what corporations reward employees apart from paying money.
All righty.
Okay.
Now, so when we're writing an essay, if you remember, there are three components that go in an essay. What do we call them?
Oh wow.
Remember?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, Catherine. You remember
Let me see.
parts
I know it.
of an essay.
Believe it or not, I don't.
What's the first thing you do?
You gotta write and find out about the topic.
No, we're talking about
Introduction.
introduction. I knew you knew.
Okay,
And you
introduction,
didn't
the
know.
body,
That's right.
the conclusion.
And that's it. Introduction. Just spell that correctly. Okay. The body. The body has the detail. Let's just put here a detail so you know that detail there. Okay. And your
Yes.
conclusion. Okay. Now you can write this from what you know, or you can do
Okay.
research on it, and then you can combine it with what you know,
Yes. Okay.
right? But you need a
Yeah.
strong, uh,
Introduction.
yeah, you need a strong introduction, a strong, let's just put it here. We call it a thesis statement. Something that's gonna make somebody want to keep reading.
Yes.
Something
Okay.
that grabs your attention and make you want to keep reading,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay. Yes.
Call that the thesis statement. So I am going to give you a few minutes to
Hey.
start your introduction.
Okay.
Think about it, and if you want to, you on your iPad,
Yes, I'm on the iPad.
you have your phone.
Yes, I have my phone too.
Okay, so if you want to do some research on your phone and come up with a thesis statement, a strong one sentence statement that introduce your essay. So, like I said, you can use your phone to look things up, or you can use your own words to do it. And I want to hear a good, strong thesis statement that make a person reading this essay want to continue
Wow.
reading because they say, I know this is interesting. If you read a good book and you just got wrapped up in it at the beginning and you didn't want to stop
Yes.
reading it.
Yes, I was reading a book like that a week ago, but I didn't get to finish it, but it was
What are you
started off
reading,
good.
Catherine? That's what I'm going
Right
to ask you.
now,
What are you
okay,
reading?
it's a book about the locked doors. Hold on, let me see if I have it closed. The
Okay.
locked doors. And it
That's the name of the
started up.
book. Who is it
Yes,
by?
I brought you know what? I don't remember that.
It's
Hold on,
called
I don't even
The Locked
hold on, I'll
Doors.
tell you so I'll tell you what it is. Lock the Doors. And it's by Vincent Ralph.
Lock
New
the
York,
doors.
yes, Lock the Doors. Lock the Doors is by Vincent Ralph, New York Times best-selling author.
Rouse.
What happened?
The last name is Rouse,
No,
Rouse.
Ralph. It's Ralph. Is that Ralph?
Oh, Raph. That's Raph. Okay. And it's fiction, right?
Yes. It's
Okay.
is good. Believe me, it's good. I had got it from Barnes and Nobles in June of last year, but I was reading it, but sometimes I couldn't read. But once I got it, it's got interesting. Believe me, it's kind of good. I'm
I,
on what
what
page?
page are you
One
on and how
eighty.
many
I'm on 183.
pages? The whole
It's
book.
I tell you, 300 and 391.
Okay. So in the next couple of weeks, you'll probably be finished. I want you to give me a summary, oral summary.
Oh, about what it was about, what's going on.
Yes, yes, about the book.
Okay, all right. So from that part where I'm reading now and
I'm
whatever.
glad to hear you're reading for pleasure, because
Yes, because
that's a
it's
good way
interesting.
of broaden your vocabulary and broaden your interests and knowledge of things, right?
I used to read at least about, I think, a month and a half, I'll be finished with a book. But sometimes I can't read unless I'm on the bus. And
Hmm.
sometimes right before I go to bed, I used to just get the book and read it. And my husband used to say, I got something for you. It's a bookmark that says I read past my bedtime. You ought to see
Hmm.
it's an hour on the bookmark. He said, that's what I'm saying, that's you. Because I sit down in bed sometime and I get a little bit in and then I close the
Hmm.
book.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. I used to
Yeah,
read
yeah.
books like that.
That's good. I am part of a book club. We have
Oh
a
really?
book. Yeah, every month we have a book. It's through
Oh,
the
that's
one
good.
of the libraries and it's online. And yeah, we just read a book about honor.
Oh wow,
And
okay.
it was an interesting book. It was about a Muslim man marrying a Hindu woman.
Oh,
And
okay.
that was at the time it happened, that was like a no, you don't do that. I mean,
Wow.
that's like two groups that don't marry. So, and the
Wow.
honor came in because her two brothers didn't like that she was close to this man and eventually married him. And they
Oh,
they hated it. They burned her. They burned her house, and the
wow.
husband died, and she was severely burned, just disfigured. And at the time, she was expecting a baby.
Oh wow. They didn't
Yes.
care, I guess. They don't like
Yeah,
it,
and
so they said they're
they
gonna
said
solve it.
honor, because they said you dishonoring us by marrying this Muslim man. But
Wow.
they were in love. They were working together, and he fell in love with her and started talking to her and all, and they just ignored that and got married. And it's a very interesting story. And those brothers knew that they weren't going to be put in jail or anything because they couldn't get anybody to testify that they did it.
Wow. See that?
Yeah, and it was really sad because at the end, the mother, uh, to save her daughter and her mother-in-law, she told them to go, behind the house, out in the weeds or whatever, because she knew that they probably going to kill her. Because they had a trial and the brothers got off, but then they came to the house to kill her, and they did kill her. She died,
Oh wow.
but she wanted her daughter, who was just a baby at the time, a little toddler maybe,
See
and
that?
she wanted to have a better life, and she told her and the mother-in-law to go out, where they wouldn't find them. And then she said, well, when they came, she said, I think somebody had picked them up and taken them someplace so that they wouldn't look for them. But they had a lady who was a journalist writing a story about this, and
Yes.
she came along with the man who was helping her because she lived in the U.S. and this man lived in India. So uh, you know, he knew the territory and all that, so that's why he was there to help her. So when they after the trial, the lady who was burned, she tried to get the journalists to go with her. She says, "Oh, I need you. I need you." She said, "Well, we'll be there later." But see, she didn't have any protection, and so the brothers came out with the other people like a mob, you know, and they killed her.
Wow,
But
that's
anyway, it
something.
ended up with the journalist and the man from India who had been helping her. They fell in love, and they were going to adopt that child and
Oh,
kind of
that's
raise her in India. But it was a very interesting
it.
story.
Sounds very
Yeah,
interesting.
called Anna.
Just like the book here, I was so into it. Like the first month I got it, I was reading. Then I
Mhm,
had to stop. And then when I get back into it, I try to go back a little bit to pick up, the
mhm,
thought. How
mhm.
is it the lock was on the wrong side of the door, something like that they was saying.
Yeah.
And writing on the wall
Okay.
it was interesting. Till now, the young guy likes the young lady that used to live in the house, but he wondering if she wrote "help me" on the wall and all that.
Hmm.
But he's just curious with certain things that the young lady was doing. It's still interesting. I'm still reading it.
Yeah, but you read it from the copy of the book, actual book, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
read the electronic books.
Oh, okay.
I
This was the book.
Yeah, I read electronic because sometimes the book is not well in my library, and they've got to bring it from another library. I've got to go there and check it out. I mean, I got to check it out, got to check it back in.
Yeah, this I had bought from Barnes and Nobles one day. I was downtown
Oh, okay, so you
from
bought the book.
physical it's for only $5 and it was more than that. It was
Oh yeah.
$5.
Oh
And
yeah.
instead it would have been $10, 10.99 for the
Hmm.
US.
Yeah.
But I got it for $5 because I was inside eating and the book was right there. It was saying there's
Oh,
a
okay.
sale. It was $5. I said it seemed interesting, so I took it and I sat there and I started to read.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I like reading the actual book
Uh-huh.
versus versus the online, even though all the books I read now pretty much online. Like I say, the reason because the book club books sometimes they don't have them in my local library. So they've
Yes.
got to bring them from another library. That means me physically going into the library, checking
You
out the
don't
book,
want to go
and
there.
physically going to take it back. So I try to find an online book because
That's
it's just
good.
logistically easier for me to read it online, you know.
Yes, because y'all meet up with the book club and talk about it.
Yeah, well, we actually we are on Zoom, but
Oh, that's good.
oh yeah, we talk about it. There are some regulars that's always there, and I'm not there every time because if they pick a book I don't like, I just don't go that
I don't blame you.
because
Sometimes
some books I don't like, and if I don't like it, I'm not gonna read it, and I'm not gonna be there
it's
for.
just a waste of time. You just being you don't have nothing to say. You come out and say you
Yeah,
don't like it, they probably get
yeah,
upset.
yeah, but they've been picking pretty good books. I think they got the message.
Oh, when is the next time that you have the
In
book class?
April, we have it, April, let's see,
Wow.
we because we meet once a month, so I
Oh, that's
think
good.
they
Okay.
said, let's see, April, July, May, April 15th.
Oh, that's good.
And they gave us the book, and I started reading it. And this one was in my library, but I'm still doing it online.
Oh, that's good though.
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting. So I think that one's going to be a good one. But the one
Okay.
before, a couple before this last one was not for me, and I just
You didn't go. I don't
nah, I
blame you.
didn't read it and I didn't go. I mean, you know, there's some books that other people don't like. So
That's true.
okay,
That's a,
Catherine, now you can use your phone for research, or you can or you can come up with your own thesis statement based on
about how
the
should
essay topic. How should corporations reward employees apart from
the
paying money, and come up with a good
it's just go ahead, I'm sorry.
thesis statement that will introduce us to your essay.
It's just like the employee of the month, right? That's what you're saying, like that. This person be okay. How should
Well, that's one way they reward people by giving them
okay?
certificates or money or
Uh,
whatever from doing good work, you know.
yes, employment of the employee of the month. They usually give a plaque saying that there was employee of the
Yeah,
month,
well, some
right?
people like plaques and certificates and things that they can show to people or hang on their wall
Yes,
or whatever.
with the picture of them hanging on the wall. Yes,
Yes, you're right. You're
that's a plot, right?
Yeah, and then sometimes they have pictures in their local newsletters or paper showing the with the picture of the person with the manager, and that's kind of like a little that's a reward. People like that recognition, you know.
Yes, employee of the month. Then they give them
Hmm.
a
Hmm.
certificate,
Hmm.
show their picture.
Yes, yes. So think of a
Sure,
strong
sure.
thesis statement for your introduction. Now, remember, Catherine, when we were doing the essay before, we structured the introduction so that it had some topics we could put in detail in the body,
Okay,
right?
just like I
So,
said, the employee of the month when they get a certificate,
mhm,
that's one of them, right?
yeah, that's certainly a way other than money. Yes. So you've got time. I want you to do it now while we are on. So once you get a strong introduction, that's a good springboard to doing the detail because you'll have the information in the introduction to use for the detail. I am going to stop recording because we're going to be doing that for a while.
Okay, I'm trying to
I'll
figure out
just
what else.